Happy Halloween, y'all. I know we've got a few days to go still, but it's close enough, you know. It's Halloween weekend. It counts. It counts, right? It counts. Anyway, today I've got a simple little portrait of a black cat for y'all. I wanted to do something more simple in general just because I feel like I have a bad habit of overdoing it in most of my backgrounds. So I just kind of wanted to try and practice something a little more chill, like a color or two. It's a very flamboyant, vibrant color, orange, because it's Halloween, but I really like how it came out. I did two versions because I was contemplating a possible merch design with this, but I felt like I could do something better, so I might try experimenting a little bit later with something. I don't know what, but we'll see. While doing this, I was getting kind of annoyed though with the way it was looking, and I wasn't sure why, but looking back at it and watching it back, I mean, I just realized I did the thing where I kind of free-handed it instead of starting with framework to help, you know, place everything in the right area, and I don't know why I did that, but I did. So I had a lot of tweaking things to do, especially with the eyes. The eyes tripped me up for some reason really bad. But as digital painting often does, at least from what I've experienced, once you finally decide to trust the process, it starts to come together, which is really nice because once you start painting and it gives it the depth that it needs, it just really kind of comes together like magic, and it's really cool to see sometimes. But yeah, anyway. But while we're talking about that, and while I have a cat frozen mid-yell at you on screen, I wanted to quickly address a common request I've received over the past few years regarding tutorials, and that is, I'm working on it. Not actively. I'm procrastinating quite a bit, but I'm working on getting up to the point of working on it, I guess is what I mean. I tried to do one the other day for TikTok because someone asked me last year to show how I draw cat faces and or heads, and I did it, but I kept nitpicking it afterward because I've been in this reoccurring rut of art block lately, and it's annoying. But I'm going to try and return to that one particular tutorial later. But in regards to what I was really trying to address here, aside from that cliff note, I get asked a lot for how I draw fur, how I paint it, how I do it, whatever. And I want to do a tutorial, but the trouble is I have to be in the right headspace for it, because it can be a very tedious process depending on how you approach it stylistically and stuff like that. And then on top of that, there's 25 to 40 plus years of a career professionals out there who've given those tutorials, or even just super talented artists who do a much better job of it than me. And I don't consciously think of that when I'm considering doing a tutorial, but I think that is kind of part of why I've procrastinated so hard about doing it. And also, most of the time I'm not even thinking about it. But also, life being hellish, also I don't think I explain things super well, and also I'm still learning myself, so that's really the only perspective I could share about it, if that makes any sense. But one of these days I will try and get around to doing it. On a slightly separate note, I'm probably going to start posting more Reels, TikToks over actual posts in general. I actually meant to do that with this piece, but it slipped my mind. I don't have a tripod or stand for my phone, and so I have to hold my phone to record, which it just makes it very disorienting to work for some reason for me. I, like many artists, have just been getting really frustrated with social media algorithms lately, and also just the amount of exposure and or engagement my usual posts get me, and how that growth has been plateauing for months now, which, as someone who wants to be able to make this their career, that's really disheartening and scary and frustrating, 95% of the time. So I don't want to harp on that topic too much, But I have known I need to play into the algorithm more regarding Reels on Insta and all of that, and it's just so time consuming, and art is an already time consuming process, which means editing clips, videos, shorter versions of those videos, and posting and trying to promote yourself by yourself takes away time from doing art, which takes time away from doing all of the other things. So it's very draining and daunting, and not to mention the spookiest thing that's happened to artists this past year or two with NFTs and self-claimed AI artists. That'd be a great Halloween costume, actually. Just a pack of Crypt Bros and AI artists. Anyway, I'm not gonna dig too deep into that. Yeah, my point is that'll probably be a shift coming to my gallery soon, and I may still share actual posts, but I am also considering just posting most of my completed pieces solely on Patreon. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Or at least maybe keeping more of them on Patreon and not posted, if that makes any sense. I don't know, because I need to find a way to garner more patrons over there, which again, it's completely fine if you want to support me but you can't. But I need to find ways to hopefully increase the flow going on over there. And also I'm going to try doing some digital products over there as well. It's a newer feature they've started implementing on their site, so hopefully I'll figure that out soon. Moving on from that depressing little ramble to hopefully end on some more positive vibes. I'm gonna be seeing some friends for Halloween after a little over a year, maybe 2, of not seeing them in person. It's awful, I can't remember, but I have missed seeing them, so I'm looking forward to it. It should be a lot of fun. We are going to be Mystery Incorporated plus Sailor Moon. It's an exclusive crossover episode, so shh, don't tell anyone. I'm gonna be Daphne, and everybody but Fred will be in attendance. I guess Sailor Moon will sort of take his place in a way instead. But yeah, I'm just nervous because I decided to order like some DIY things for my costumes, since the actual costumes I could find were pretty pricey, and I didn't find it worth buying something that I more than likely won't ever wear again when it's very iconically a Daphne look or whatever. So yeah, I don't know, call me frugal, whatever, but the estimated date of delivery for the main chunk of the DIY stuff was Tuesday, I think, and I haven't gotten any new updates yet, so I'm a little nervy, but it'll work out. I'll work it out, or else, anyway. We'll figure it out anyway. But yeah, so that should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna probably eat a lot of candy and carve some pumpkins, and yeah, it should be a good time. Anyway, we should be at the end of the video by now, so thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed watching the process and listening to the spooky music I've got in the background. That was pretty fun to find in my resources. And here's my Patreon. You can check me out at patreon.com/Dalel, Dalel. If you can't afford to support me there as a patron, that is totally fine. You can subscribe as a follower, actually. They count those as members now for some reason. Or you can alternatively subscribe to me here and like the video, comment what you're gonna be for Halloween, or you can follow me on any of my socials at the Tiger Purr. Thank you so much again for watching. I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful Halloween. Bye!